What's up, everybody? Happy Aloha Friday. Welcome to the HFG show. We are Hawaii Fishing Gear, highfishgear.com. Restocked on High Fish Gear. The HFG Whip Sling. This is the standard size one. You guys have been kind of waiting for it. It's back in stock. All three colors, including this brand new one, which is a snakeskin camel. And to announce the return of all sizes, we have also just released Whip Sling combo kits. And I'm going to go ahead and show you real quick. This is kind of how you would normally wear it. So you can access all your gear right here in the front. And you slide it down and it should rest right underneath your arm, kind of out of the way in the back. Play with it however it works for you. You should be able to access it that way. I'm going to show you all the components. By the way, if you guys have some questions, I'm going to be here live for a few minutes. Go ahead and shoot them in the comments. And of course, I do have to talk about something. Let me adjust. There we go. Make it nice and straight over there on YouTube. If you guys notice, my wall is a little something on the wall behind there. Let me show you guys. Quick shout out to Dean Smith. Dean Smith cut that for me. We've been talking about it for a little while. He got it working for me. And let me do a quick little thing. Look at this. How's that? Yes. We got our little High Fish Gear sign now. Still needs a little bit of more work, but we're going to go. Oh, it's backwards on freaking Instagram. I tell you what, right now, Ryan, it's not backwards on YouTube. Great spin to spot. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Ace. Let's talk about the Whip Sling combo while you guys go ahead and fill in your questions in the comments. I'll scroll back through and check them out in just a moment. Number one, you get the Whip Sling. Number two, you get a pair of HFG stainless steel scissors. They cut braid, they cut mono, they cut you if you're not careful. They're also stainless steel, so they do hold up to saltwater corrosion, but you still need to go ahead and rinse them off. These also have a little itty bitty tooth. Let me show you guys on YouTube. A little itty bitty tooth that can help you to use split ring pliers. I use them quite a bit. I use them for everything, cutting my leader when I'm tying up my whipping things. If you guys probably saw their appearance in our whip to spot, basically an essential to everybody here at High Fish Gear. And you also get this tackle keeper, and that is very, very essential so you don't leave your scissors wherever. If they fall down, you can still have them attached to there. I've actually, when I don't feel like having my whip sling, I'm using my bucket or something, I'll have this on my belt loop so I can always know where it is. I put it in my pocket. Wait. Okay. Let me see. Am I still live on YouTube? I just got an error thing. All kinds of little things over here. You also get, with the Whip Sling combo in here, that's a Plano 3500 tray. That should be enough to organize your hooks, swivels, whatever little accessories you need for when you go whipping. You get a lot of pockets. You get the very, very popular, back in stock, by the way. I forgot to mention it last week. A lot of you guys had notifications. This is the organizer. The leader line organizer, so you can put all your little spools and stuff on it. It has a clip. It has this little aluminum thing where you can poke it through all your spools of leader. It also comes with these rubber bands that helps you keep your leader organized. No more all your line all over the place, having to wind it back up. Leader line organizer kit comes with it. And then you also get a nice little bag of carabiners. The carabiners you can use for any kind. You can clip accessories and things to the outside of all these Molly style patches that are on the outside of it. You get a little thing of carabiners that you can use for whatever you wish. My kids love them. They play with them all the time. All of that for $49.99 with free shipping. That's the whole big deal, is the free shipping. It's available in the dark khaki, the black, and the also brand new snakeskin. All three are in stock on highfishgear.com. If you want to grab yourself a $49.99 combo, they're on the front page of the website on our new products. I also wanted to talk about, we sold out of the Gomexus knob for the Pen 4.0. We do have more on order. If you guys are interested in grabbing one of those, go ahead and sign up for notifications right now. I'm going to adjust my camera. Get this thing right now. I try to do a whole bunch of testing, but when you go live, man. There we go. Now it's better on YouTube. When you go live, sometimes it just doesn't wind up how you wanted it. If you guys got some questions, please go ahead and shoot them right now. Somebody says, Yard Addict says, Happy Aloha Friday. Just got a 14-foot nitro whipping rod. What is the best reel for that? It was a birthday gift so I can use them. 14-foot nitro whipping rod. I'm assuming it's a Nitro C-Tech. That's probably the, I think it's the gold one. Not the gold, but it's probably like a green or something like that. The 14-footer, realistically, probably going to be about a 4K pen, a 5K Shimano like Nasi, Stratic, or something like that. That'll probably be a good size reel. If you're going to run mono, you probably want to go with maybe a 4K pen. You can probably put about 12 pound test on that rod. I think it's only rated up to 17. If you're going to go mono, 12 pound test. If you're going to go braid, you could probably go 20 pound test. YouTube is working good in Kansas. Right on. That lit up high fish gear sign in the back is action. Thanks, man. We just got it installed today. Shout out to Tony. Shout out to Dean who cut it for us. We appreciate it greatly. Ken Robinson says, thank you for the Mark White lures, 1/2 and 3/4 gold. I got to sample those. They're pretty fun, man. Papio bars from Mark White lures are always action. The fact that it is bright metallic gold and it's actual real gold is a killer thing. Killer thing. Thank you once again, Jesse from Mark White lures, for helping that come together. Are you guys going to carry the Hairline 4mm glass rattles? I go through them like crazy. Philip, you just put the wheels into motion. We'll look into them and see if we can go ahead and get them in. All right, let me scroll through and see what's going on, let's see, on Instagram. 5K Shimano is what Tony recommends for that nitro. Anybody have a 14K nitro whipping pole? Go ahead and chime in and tell me what reel that you use for it. Okay, have you ever caught an Alua? And if you have, what is the biggest one you caught? That question has been asked quite a few times. I let it go, so it's probably anywhere between 30, 35 pounds. I have caught one. I've caught maybe I think about 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I think I caught 3. I can't remember right now. Best keeper for the price. Reef Candy loves the tackle keeper right there, which has a little ring that you can put on your HFG scissors. By the way, we have a brand new product that hopefully will be coming out beginning of October, end of September. We got a whole bunch of nice announcements for you guys. I know you guys watching right now. We got 54 viewers on YouTube, and we got 34 viewers on Instagram right now. There's going to be a big announcement on Tuesday. If everything goes right, if the tracking numbers don't lie, Tuesday, there's going to be a pretty freaking awesome announcement coming from us. Make sure you tune in for the HFG show on Tuesday, yeah? If you guys fish in Hawaii, that's going to be a freaking incredible announcement. Okay. I'm scrolling through the questions on Instagram. Thank you guys for joining us for the show, HFG show, where we talk about Hawaii fishing. Hamzilla says, night sick hat. Thank you very much. That is the green fish. Shout out to all you guys that fish. And all right, let's see. Does the sign have a light, or is it the computer screen reflection? It actually has a light. I like this one. Watch this. Pupule Wahine, if you're watching, this one's for you. Haha, yeah. Got some pink. You got some red. What is the other one? White. That's more of a purple. It has like little LED controls. Let me go back to that pink because that looked major. There you go. All right, leave it like that. You like the pink? All right. Hey, I tell you right now, you guys, this is all you guys. If you guys bought something on High Fish Gear, if you come to our shop, if you watch our show, if you like our videos, this is because of you guys. Thank you guys very much for making it possible. You doing business with us. You guys interacting with our videos. How much for the High Fish Gear light on the wall? Not for sale. But maybe I'll talk to Dean. Maybe we can do a little licensing or something. How much difference do the Major Craft 10-foot LSJ rod, Sopara, and cross stitch and triple cross? What's the difference? Okay, so Tony Boy, when you have a 10-foot LSJ in your Sopara You have a 10-foot in the triple cross, and then you also have in the cross stage. The actions are not really different. It's just the hardware gets a little bit better as you get towards the triple cross. All right. On JDM rods, follow the PE rating or the pound test rating. Some small diameters are pretty strong. You know what? On JDM rods, especially if you're using PE line, you might as well just follow the PE rating. The pound test, you know, PE is the diameter. Just follow the PE rating. That's my advice. All right, let's see. Leave a like. Yep. Long form auction. Looks like a killer shirt logo. It does. It really does. Hey, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Thank you very much. And if you haven't seen it already, we released a brand new spin to spot on YouTube yesterday. It's performing pretty well. We haven't dropped one in over 10 months. Sing the auction song for us. No, that was just for you guys. We were in here the other day, and we were testing out the microphones. We got brand new mics, if you haven't heard already. I'm going to talk about it again. I'm going to show this on YouTube. That's a nice microphone right there. I love having him here. Shout out to Clinton for hooking us up. He's actually an audio specialist, and he helped us got it all hooked up after Chris messed up our mics. Chris, I'm never gonna let that go. He made me go live with one bad game. All right. If you guys got some more questions, shoot them now. Just to recap before I say aloha, you guys have have a good weekend. There are no Saturday consignment auctions tomorrow. There may be no Saturday auctions next week Saturday, but we're trying to work it out to do a Friday consignment Friday. Okay, lure sleeves for jigs and poppers. You know, that sounds like a lot of extra work. A lot of times what people will do is they can use if you've ever seen the cocoon wraps, they're basically like a little rubber neoprene, like little pouch that you can put your lure in, especially the smaller stuff. The big stuff, if you really want some kind of sleeve, my suggestion is rather than pay out your okole for like pre-made stuff, just go get yourself some PVC pipe and line your bags with it. You can probably put, like, say for instance, this is your setup. You can probably put about 3 PVC pipes down in it, and you can pop your lures down in the PVC pipes. I've seen a bunch of bags like that through the years. They've always been a little too expensive, like kind of outrageously expensive. One of the reasons why we don't necessarily bring them in all the time. All right. PVC pipe should work. You should do a weekend podcast. Hey, man, everybody's got to have a weekend. Everybody's got to have a little time off. Oh, Hawaii Rhino says he wants to buy the battle wagon. Hawaii Rhino? No. Again, no. No. I'm going to change this to red because I'm mad now. You keep asking about it. I'm going to have the lights reflect my mood. All right. I'm just going to stay live for you guys for just a few minutes. Nice background. Thanks, boy. I appreciate it. If you guys got a question, I'm going to give you guys just a few more minutes. We're only 13 minutes and 36 seconds into it. Let's see. Yeah, not a lot. Let me think. What else can I talk about? I don't know. It's been a very busy week. We had a good auction today. Tips for dealing with when birds nest. Okay, so when you have that bundle of line that you just see, it's all kind of all over the place. My number one, if your stuff is in the water, don't worry about getting that back right away. It's going to be sitting there for a while. It'll probably be hung up when you get it. My suggestion is pull your line gingerly. Don't pull it super tight. Okay? Also, make sure your bail is back on because you don't want that thing free spinning. The free spinning while you're trying to untangle it is going to be making more of a nightmare. Engage your reel, lighten your drag, and you're basically just going to pull it out as much as you can until you get down to the spool. Try to do it nice and lightly. Pull your line. Make sure your drag is loose. That's kind of the suggestion. You just got to have some patience. And if you're not patient, just grab the scissors and call it a night. All right. You should fish in Kauai. I should fish on every island, but guess what? I live Oahu, and it's not necessarily cheap to go island hopping to go fishing. Thanks for the like on the hat. Small game slides. Are they back? Are we out? We have medium game slides on our website. For you guys that want to slide with your spinners or slide on 30, 40 pound tests, we should have medium game slides on the website. If they're sold out, sign up for notifications. I'll let Brada know. And Brada, if you're watching, you might as well start making them. Come by and grab your wire. All right. What type of retrieve do you use when using a fly for catching for Papio? Um, it's really just kind of a jerk. You're gonna get the tension and you're gonna pop it. Pop. You kind of do that every once in a while. A little bit of wiggle in the rod. So you watch it as it comes in. Watch what the flies do in the shallow water as it comes closer to you. Do a little pop, a little jerk. Watch what the fly does. A little pause and then a phew. That's what you're kind of doing. Watch it as it comes in. Practice that when you're further out, because even you can see it when it's coming in, but when it's out there, it's doing the same thing. So you can kind of do a little pop, a little jerk, a little wiggle. All right. Bill, restock the rod building supplies. Reef Candy, let me know specifically what you're looking for. All right. Hey, I got the best compliment ever yesterday in a YouTube video. Somebody said we should put that on OC16. That means that they enjoyed the video. I edited it. I tried to set up as many cameras that I can. I used footage from Jesse. I used footage from Wallace. And for all you YouTubers out there, Hawaii Rhino, in fact, if you sync the audio from there was one shot where Jesse was fishing and Wallace was filming from behind him. I used the audio from Wallace's camera that he was holding and Jesse's it was freaking, I love that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff you see in fishing shows, and I really enjoy doing that, especially having audio. And Jesse, if you watch this, we got to get you on windscreen for your mic. All right. Is FG recommended for whipping lures? Hawaii Grayson, if you can learn it and get that knot down, that probably is the best knot for the lures. A lot of people swear by different stuff because it's easier, especially you can tie it on the fly. Something like the Albright, something like the Blood Knot, something like the Unity Uni. But the FG knot overall, it's pretty much the most preferred knot for casting lures, tying braided main line to a leader. That's the FG knot's probably one of the best with the risotto finish. But also learn the Albright, learn the Blood Knot, learn the Unity Uni. These are all knots. They all have their purposes. Some of them are easier to tie, especially when you're out on the water and you're trying to get it tied quick. I love the Albright. It doesn't last for a very long time because that little bit of mono that sticks out tends to catch the eyes on the way out. I make sure I try to change my Albright every time I go fishing. I change the Albright night. I don't rely on a knot I tied 3 weeks ago. I cut it, tie it again. All right. By the way, one thing I wanted to point out that you might have missed in the video. When Jesse caught the first OEO, he went right back to hooking it up. Before he put the shrimp on the hook, he did this little thing where he was holding the hook. The swivel was off in the distance. He rubbed his finger along the leader. And I saw that and I'm just like, that is just really instinctual fishing. He was checking the leader for abrasions. And if he had found a really big nick or a little piece of line sticking out, he probably would have changed the leader. He mentioned it in the video. I never changed the leader. But he checked it. He ran his finger along it, checked for abrasions. You guys should do that, especially after you hook up or you take a strike or something. Check that leader for abrasion. The last thing you want to do is cast it back out, get a hit, and you have a frayed leader that's just going to basically snap on the first strike. What do you think about the Penn Battalion? The Penn Battalion rod is a great surf rod, a great price, and it has the kind of action that a lot of people like for Papio and Alua fishing here in Hawaii on a spinning surf rod. The 12-foot is probably one of the best-selling surf rods that we sell at High Fish Gear in the shop, online. It's 12-foot. It's rated up to 8 ounces, 20 to 40-pound test mono. You can spool up a big 8K pen with that, and you've got yourself a solid dunking reel. All right. What's the lightest dunking reel? I probably wouldn't dunk with less than a 4K reel. What's the not recommended using Mark Whites, etc.? From what I understand, Mark just ties straight onto the lure from his monofilament on his line. If you're running braid, I'd recommend using a small section of leader. But I think when he's using mono, he ties directly onto the lure. When he's using braid, I'm not sure what knot he uses, but he doesn't use a swivel. When tying onto the lure, you could probably just use a cinch. Those lures don't have a lot of wiggle like the Rapala knots and the Yozuris, where they need that free to kind of do what they need to do. Like a crystal minnow would do a little wiggle back and forth when you're trolling it or you're retrieving it. And those are the kind of lures that you want to tie something like a Rapala knot, a non-slip loop, so that lure has a little chance to do a wiggle. If you have it cinched down, it may stop the movement of the lure. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. If it doesn't answer your question, shoot me a DM on Instagram and I'll follow up. Mark White ties direct for 3/4 and smaller. Swivel and split ring for everything bigger. There you go. Thank you very much, Portuguese. All right. Hawaii Fishing Rhino says he just released a vid today. Editing is a BR. Okay, it is. It can be. All right. Name some do's and don'ts for someone visiting the island doing some fishing. Do study up on the Hawaii fishing regulations. The reason why is there is no license required, but you have to be familiar with what fish you can and can't keep based on the size requirements. And I tell you right now, if there's a regulation on a fish, it usually means it's good to eat. That's a do. A don't would be don't go fishing where you don't feel comfortable. If you roll up to a spot, give it a little 360, check people out, check the vibe where you're at, and also, just kind of make sure it's not a very crowded beach and things like that. I guess that's a don't. All right. Let's see real quick. I did post a video. It's on our list of lives on YouTube. There is a I guess top things for people visiting Hawaii. It's a nice video. You should definitely check it out. Okay, for tiny boat semi-inshore guys, is there a trollable Mark White? Yeah, because it's sinking, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. Probably try the Papio bar if anything, but you've got to have a nice speed to it. Otherwise, it's just going to get hung up on the reef. If you're on a kayak or a small boat, I highly recommend floating minnows like the Yozuri. Some of the dual lures that we have that float work really well. That's kind of what I recommend. Yozuri crystal minnows on a small boat or a kayak, you're going to get tired of catching Papio. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Boy, what are you asking? Do you go fishing in Waikiki to Diamond Head? Not yet. I've never been fishing there. I've been there hundreds of times. Never went fishing. I don't know if it is closed for fishing. Anybody know if Waikiki is closed for fishing right now? I'm sure some of you guys already know. If get derelict cars, don't fish there. Hey, you know what? Jed Smarf, that's a very good thing, man. You got to mention that. If you roll up, there's abandoned cars, get cars that get taped up windows and stuff like that, I wouldn't probably fish there. Okay. Rig binder, any separate pouches? No, there's no separate pouches. It's just the plastic pouches that are inside of it. Okay. Every other year can fish Waikiki. Yeah, I knew that, Tony. Is this year, what is it, odd years? 2023, can or cannot fish odd years? I don't know. I don't have a regulation book right here on me, so I apologize. All right, let's see. Was Jesse slowly dragging his shrimp in the sand in the spinter spot? He was whipped. You know what? He came with one rod, Ace Cable. One rod to rule them all. He came with a 10'7" Okuma Minpachi rod. That thing's probably rated up to, I think, 2 ounces. Might be 1.5 ounces. But that rod, man, he used it for dunking. He had a small lead, cast it out, shrimp. He wasn't dragging or nothing. He put it in his sand spike, set it, no bell, kept his eye on it, hooked up 2 eel. By the way, I did not catch it on video, but I put in a little extra hustle at the end of the video yesterday, the end of recording the video. I checked bait like every 10 minutes, every 15 minutes on each rod. I would check bait, go back through, go to the other rod, check the bait, change it. I did that for about 45 minutes, and I did hook up a small eel. Wallace brought it in. I panicked, pressed the wrong button, didn't even get it on tape. We got a 5-second clip at the end going, Was the camera really off the whole time? Yep, it was. But I did catch an OYO in the end. I didn't even want to mention it in the video, but I'm gonna mention it now on the live. All right. Okay. Somebody says odd years. You can't fish a certain part of Waikiki. So it's 2023. You can't fish a certain part of Waikiki. For more information on this subject, please refer to the DAR regulation book available here at the shop. We can include it in your order, or you can go. You just search for Hawaii fishing regulations on Google. The website will pop right up. Check out which areas you can and cannot fish. Happy Aloha Friday to you too, brother. Cannot fish Waikiki this year. Everybody's confirming. Thank you very much, Scuba Chris. All right. That's pretty much it. We got 25 minutes. It went from like 13 minutes to 25 when you guys get me yapping. Thank you guys for watching. 57 people on YouTube and Facebook. 28 still hanging out on Instagram. If you watch this entire video, you know what to do. Leave a like on the video. It helps the algorithm. Let me go ahead and turn off my light before I forget. Once again, mahalo to Dean for putting that together for us. We appreciate it. You guys have a great weekend. We'll catch you guys back here on Tuesday. Aloha.